Hey y'all. Okay, so I didn't update for the past week and a half, almost 2 weeks, because it's been insane. Yeah, just insane. It's been a really, really challenging week. This whole viral outbreak thing is just really doing a number on life. So update, let's see. Nothing really TTC related. My doctor's office is still on shutdown. They say they're opening things back up on the 11th. First, it was the 3rd. Then they pushed it out. I've spoken to a couple friends over there, and they're just like every week or so, they just push it out by another 2 weeks. I'm not really sure of the status of, I'm not sure of the status of anything over there right now. Um, I do have a lady friend, like I said in the last video, who she and her husband have decided to do a tandem tag team double date trip for IVF. So I'm looking forward to that part once the world opens back up. Um, Last week I had a horrific week. My cousin, um, he's like my entire world. Everything that was good in my childhood is rolled up into that man, even as so much as being the filler father for my boys, especially my youngest son. Um, he had a really bad accident at work and has brain trauma. He works in an industrial environment and he fell, hit his head. Thank God he had his hard hat on, but he fell 13 feet and he has bleeding on his brain and brain swelling and all the things that come along with that. No other broken bones, no cracked skull, which is amazing. Um, However, they had to do the whole CAT scan and everything because he wasn't really conscious when he came in. And long and the short, when they did the whole CAT scan MRI thing of his body, they found dark spots on his lungs. And they tested him for coronavirus and he came up positive. They started him on the coquinine or whatever the fuck that thing is, 45 at Pennsylvania Avenue was endorsing a couple weeks ago that has no proof that it works at all for coronavirus. They started him on that and antibiotics. And within hours of starting him on that, he had 2 grand mal seizures. My world just contracted to the size of a golf ball. The layers of emotion and turmoil and pain and fear and anxiety I felt was unprecedented. It still weighs on me. Um, I was out with my husband, doing our essential travel and stuff for work. He finally brought me home over the weekend because I'm not good. I am so not good right now. So they have my cousin in medically induced coma. They finished up his treatment for COVID and they haven't brought him out of the coma yet because as one of the side effects for that weird medicine would prove, he's now having renal issues and he's developed a secondary lung infection because they decided after the seizures to intubate him and put him on a respirator, which I know that respirators are bad business. That's like, to me, a last resort. But we can't get to Jersey because they're not letting anyone in. We could technically get in if we drove because we're essential personnel, but we can't get into the hospital. Half the family's on quarantine now. We get daily updates, and it's just painstakingly slow, and it's wearing me the hell out, not knowing. So every day I get up, I send him a text, even though I know he's not getting it because his phone's dead, and hope for the best. And so I came home so that I could distract myself with things at home, because there's always something to do: cleaning, mopping, sweeping, dusting, laundry, garden, dogs, cats, you know, cooking, anything to distract myself. And it's been helping. But I am so not in a good place. And I just wanted to share that because this is on the heels of my god brother dying, just shy of a month ago from coronavirus complications due to his diabetes. And just shy of 2 months ago, my cousin's twin daughter died just before it became a national news issue. She died of what they call flu related complications at 18 months old. And it's been a time. We just got my mom out of my sister's house from quarantining and sheltering in place, because my mom has weakened lungs, and she developed bronchitis prior to all of this. And so she stayed with my sister for a month and a half. And so we went back to her place and disinfected and sanitized and bleached and scoured and whatnot her place, and got her situated back at home a couple days ago. Um, we're in one of those states that, is opening back up. They opened up on Friday for a lot of businesses. Um, and by Monday, I'm sure more businesses will be open with regulations. Um, so we're just doing what we can to remain vigilant with being careful, and trying to stay out of the fray of infection, especially where my mom is concerned. But it's been challenging. My sister is a teacher, and she just got notified that they're not returning to school in August. They're putting all the children online virtually in August, so they're getting laptops to everyone. um, she was told that she needs to prepare for furlough in the next couple weeks. And they said it could probably go through January, February of next year that they will not be in class. So essentially, a whole year without um, classroom time for the children. Um, which begs the question, what is the rest of the world going to do? I don't have small children anymore, but I want small children. So I don't know what that means for the rest of the world. Airlines laying off thousands of people at a time, and just, I'm just so done. I can't even be stressed. The only thing I'm stressed and upset about is my cousin, and hopefully he's recuperating the way he's supposed to. Um, but I am so done right now. I am so done. I don't understand the reason for testing when there's no vaccine that can be developed. They talk about it, but they started working on a vaccine for SARS and H1N1, and that was over 10 years ago, and they were not able to successfully develop one because you can't develop an effective vaccine for a virus. So I'm curious as to what they're doing with all our DNA and medical specimens when they test. To what end? Um, and I think I'm just venting right now. I'm just beside myself, trying to figure out how to get to something that resembles normal for my family. Um, Normal being relative, because we've never been cliche. So normal for us, rolling with the punches, keeping it moving, taking it as it comes, all of those terms. I'm just trying to find something that fits for us. And I think everybody's doing that. The good thing is on the IVF front, um, doctors have started to do elective procedures again, which is great. So a lot of my lady friends that are in my social media groups, they're beginning to be able to be scheduled for their treatments and their procedures. So that's a good thing. I'm pretty excited about that for them. Lots of babies being created and lots of announcements being made, and lots of babies being born. Some major heartbreaks and disappointments and failures, but life is moving at a really odd pace in a really odd direction. And I guess I'm right there in the fray of it. I guess everybody is. And I just wanted to update everybody as to where I stood and what was going on, which is not much, and just send really positive vibes for my cousin because he's more like a brother. People in our hometown don't know that he's not my brother. They always say, "Oh, um, yeah, Adrian, that's Skip's sister, or Pooh, that's Skip's sister." And they just don't know we're not brother and sister. So my phone hasn't stopped ringing, and the outpouring of love and support from family and extended friends hasn't stopped. He's an amazing guy and has a big old heart. And it shows in the outpouring of concern and care and love that he's getting during this time. So I'm just trying to hold on to that slender thread of hope that all is going to be well. Um, and that's pretty much it. Anything else? Can't think of anything else. I'm just kind of laying in my bed trying not to move because one is cold as hell, my garden is dying, and two, because it just feels like so much weight on me worrying about what's going to happen with him and not being able to get to him. So I'm just laying here trying to rest. So I think maybe that's the message for today for everybody. Just rest. You're at home. I know the economy is suck ass right now and people don't have jobs, and the reports are that 50% of the world's working population will be disenfranchised and unemployed by the end of the year because of this viral outbreak. And I guess while we're home, we take the moments that we can take and value them and make the best of them. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm just going to value me and lay in bed and look out my window at my poor little tomato plants that are just never going to bloom, and just relax and try to breathe until I get another update and report on my cousin. In the meantime, I love you guys. And maybe go plant a garden or something. We might need food real soon. I don't know. I'm not feeling very optimistic with the whole world environment. But plant a garden, relax, drink some tea, nourish yourself, love yourself. That's what I'm going to do. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love you. Love me. Bye.